Hey everybody, it's Jewelyn. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my home and patio here in Santa Monica, California. So it is Wednesday afternoon. The end of the month is right upon us and I am home from my very last day at my fitness club. And I can't believe that I made the decision to do this for myself, but I feel so happy that it was the last day. I had to get up at 4:30 in the morning. And although I did enjoy my 50 months with the fitness club, I'm excited for my new schedule at my other studio that I've been working at for a year now and having more time for myself. And I can always still focus on the channel every day, no matter where I'm at. So thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. In today's video, I have about 45 minutes before I teach my last client of the day. I wanted to do a Planting with Jewelyn episode. And let me just tell you, going through my collection the last 2 days since I've been home after Egypt, apparently the rain was really bad and a handful of my plants got root rot and died. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and replace them or just purchase new plants and just move on. We'll see. I'm going to do some come with me episodes with Catherine and Carrie this weekend. Regardless of whatever happened to my plants, I'm just happy that the whole collection for the most part is here. But I want to say at least 10 plants or so did die, including some of my Sansevieras, which I was really upset because when it rained heavy the last time, a bunch of them died. And I was looking forward to do Jewelyn's collected Sansevieria collection video because my collection at the time was really big. It's still big now, but not as big as it was originally before all of the rain. So we're just gonna hold off on the Sansevieria collection until I repurchase at least a handful of them. But anyway, just wanted to get that out, and I am so happy to be back in my original apron. I figured why not throw on the original apron that my grandma made for me because she is on her way to Hawaii right now. I think as we speak, she might be landing back on the Big Island. So Grandma, if you're watching this, hi, I miss you so much. Abby and I are doing great out here. And if you guys are interested in purchasing any of my totes or aprons that my grandma had handmade for my collection for fall and winter, I do have a handful left. My grandma made a few extra. You can reach out to me on Planting with Jewelyn on a direct message for any plant orders or merchandise orders. My grandma won't be making anything for my channel until she comes back in the summer, if that. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and plant up a few of the babies that just kind of been hanging out in my collection waiting for the right time. There are a few existing babies that outgrew their planters that I want to go ahead and switch up. But for the most part, I have a handful of new babies that have just been waiting for new homes. So the first thing I want to fix up is my spotted begonia. So this was from my $25 challenge that I did for my new series Plant Adventures that I introduced to the channel at the end of last year. And I've been waiting for a white planter for a good minute now. So unfortunately, which makes me so sad, but my original baby that was in here, which was my desert rose, got root rot and died. So that's really unfortunate because I was looking forward to seeing that eventually bloom on me. So now that this planter freed up, I want to go ahead and fill it right away. And you know, it happens, and we'll see. Maybe I'll get a desert rose this year. I don't want to think about it, so let's just go ahead and plant this up. And this is the current condition right now. When I originally got it, it was crispy on certain parts of the plant. And I just kind of want to leave it as is. As you can see, there's a lot of new growth here. I'm just going to go ahead and plop it right in, and hopefully it'll look great. I didn't want a really big planter for this plant because of the size that it is right now. But I think this looks great. I'll probably bring it up a little more. I am really excited for my new schedule. I'll be able to have time for myself and still focus on the channel, which I've been doing every day last year, but at least have time for me and Abby. So in celebration of having my last day at work today, I am going to be able to take Abby to the beach for a walk for sunset today after my last client. And that is a really big deal for me because that is one thing that I enjoy doing with her and also enjoy doing in my city. I live about eight minutes from Santa Monica Pier, so now I can go ahead and at least enjoy my city. So I'm really excited to go ahead and take her for her walk, and happy to start our new routine. And I'm glad that it's just crazy. It's crazy how things work out sometimes, but I want to say thank you guys so much for supporting me and my channel. Whether you watch my videos, purchase plants, or any of my merchandise, I appreciate all of that. And I'm so glad to be able to take my little munchkin for her first walk of the year. And I swear guys, I don't even remember the last time I took her to the beach for a walk because my schedule is so chaotic. So that's the first thing I want to do with my new schedule. That's the first thing I want to do to celebrate my new schedule. But first, record this video. So I'm so happy that I'm able to do what I love doing and have you guys supporting me. So this is the look, guys. What do you think? I think that works out great. So this was living in my patio, and thank goodness with the rain, the begonia did not die. It's doing great, a lot of new growth. So let's move on to the next baby. The next one I want to do is a shift. So this is my biggest propagated baby from my original spider plant that I kept. All of my friends, and as you can see, it is root bound. All of my plant friends have gotten babies from my propagation, and I did it for a Meet My Plant episode. So if you guys scroll through my videos, you'll see how I propagated my mother plant. But I kept one baby for me, and it's this one right here. So I thought it was time to go ahead and change it into another planter. Why? Because I had another plant in here, but with the rain, it got messed up. So the planter is now free for another baby. So we're gonna go ahead and throw this guy in here, and I think that looks perfect. I think it'll be much happier in here. I'll keep you guys posted. I know Kira's and Tanya's, and I think Catherine still has hers. Their spider plants are doing great and better than this one, and it was all propagated at the same time. So we'll see now with the bigger pot how the growth on this one will be. I think it's going to grow more on me now that I've given it more real estate. I love the variegated leaves with this particular blue. So this is the new look. Love that so much. So it looks like all of the plants that died in the rain, I'm reusing their planters right away. That's unfortunate, but it happens. So here is the next one. I want to go ahead and switch up the planters. It's still in its nursery planter. Ideally, guys, I want to find an all-white planter for this because of the bright neon foliage. Now, this is a new plant of mine. This is a neon heartleaf philodendron. Never had this plant before in my collection. So stoked to have it, and it's definitely one of my favorites right away. I will do an updated top 10 house plants very soon. I will try to do the top 10 series for my channel at least 3 times a year. And for now, it'll stay in this terracotta planter, but I'd definitely like to see it in an all-white planter. And who knows when that will happen. I definitely want this style short and on the round side because I think it works well for the particular plant. I love a trailing plant in a short planter. I think it works best. So that is the new look. If you watch my Planting with Jewelyn episode where I went ahead and styled this in my double macrame hanger, my philodendron micans, I don't want to talk about it, but it got root rot, and I don't know how much I can save with the plant. So we'll see who ends up getting paired in that planter with this one. But I think it's absolutely stunning, and I'm so glad that I have this plant in my collection. So here's the next switch I want to do. This is my Fishtail Bird's Nest Fern. Huge fan of it. I've had it for a while now. I got this in Pasadena with Catherine. I want to go ahead and just do the switch because I feel like it's time. It's getting big for this planter, and I just want to go ahead and do it now since the plant in this particular planter died from root rot. So this is going to look great. So that's unfortunate, but it gives a new home for this baby. I think that looks great. I love seeing my ferns in my collection, and if you watch my channel, then you've seen my original bird's nest fern. It is not a fishtail, but it's absolutely stunning, and I don't do anything. It just grows on me like crazy. So I love the fact that at least these ferns do good on me. After 3 times of purchasing the maidenhair fern, I'm not buying that plant again. It's too finicky for me, but I highly recommend the fishtail or the regular original bird's nest because they're easy growers, and I love having that jungle outdoor vibes. It kind of reminds me of Hawaii. So let's see who else I have left to fix. Now that this Daiso Japan planter is freed up, I'm gonna go ahead and move my Hindu rope into it. And this kind of got affected by the rain a little. So let's see if I can save the plant or at least fix it up right now and take off the bad parts here. So that's unfortunate. I'll just go ahead and restyle them now. So I'm just taking off the bad parts that got damaged by the rain, which is all on the bottom. And hopefully when I go through all of them, there will be something left. Okay. That is so unfortunate, but we'll fix it up now. Okay, so this is what's left of the plant. I think if I gather it right here, I think it will do okay. So there's a handful of leaves that I had to let go of because of the root rot from the rain. Let's see how that looks. Kind of looks crazy if I style it this way. The cool thing about Hoyas is that you can propagate them just like this by separation. And I think I'm going to do it like this. So let's go ahead and put a little bit more soil in the planter. I don't know what Ebby's doing. I think she's happy to be home and happy to have me home. So the weather is nice. It's a perfect day to take her walking for sunset. Okay, so this is the new look. Let me just go ahead and fix it up. Get it nice and deep in the planter. Okay, let's see. Also, I will be posting up plants for sale. If not today, tomorrow. And I look forward to making new plant friends. And I love seeing your photos that you send me, whether it's of my jade cuttings or any purchased babies. It's so cool to see updates. And I know a bunch of people who purchased Rick Rack zigzag babies from me. There's a lot of new growth happening with your plant baby, and that makes me really happy. If you watch today's upload, which was my pot of fame, you seen how mine is also giving me new growth. So that's pretty fun. Okay, so I want to say this is it. This is the new look. Go ahead and fix it up one more time. Because once I fix this plant up, I am not touching it for a while because I want it to just do its thing. Okay. Alright, so Hoyas like to be in small planters. Hopefully one day one of them will bloom on me. But this is the new look. So here's what's left of my all green Hindu rope, my Hoya compacta. I'll go ahead and wipe up the planter at the end. But yeah guys, there was like a lot of the bottom part of the plant definitely got damaged by the rain. But I'm glad I was able to fix it up, and hopefully it'll be happy with some fresh soil. My Peperomia also, I have a bunch of them if you watch my Peperomia collection, also got damaged by the rain, and half of the plant is now gone. So what I want to do is put it in a smaller planter. And I think I want to put it in this one. So do you remember my other Hoya, which was like kind of on the skimpy side, and I was like, what is going on? Well, I want to say that it died while I was away, and I felt like when I purchased it, it was already dead. So I won't be purchasing that Hoya again. So that's unfortunate that half of this Peperomia got lost by the rain. But I'm hoping that with the switch of a smaller planter and some new soil, it'll be happy. And I think that looks great. So glad I was able to fix this guy up. So this is what's left of my Peperomia. It got damaged by the rain, so I took it out of the blue planter, which now the spider plant is living in, and I want to go ahead and maybe put it into this planter that just freed up. So just doing some switches because of the results of what happened to my plants with the rain while I was away. I'm kind of interested to see how much rain that was, because this is like the most damage it's done to my collection since I lived here. I've been in this space now for over a year, but it must have been really bad for a lot of my plants to die from root rot. That is so unfortunate, but it is what it is. But I don't doubt myself. I will get new plants probably this week, as I get new plants in my collection weekly. So this is the new look for the plant. I think that works out better. So glad I was able to help this one out. Poor thing, it got damaged by the rain. So now that I'm creating a mess, and I want to go ahead and clean up really quickly before I move on to my last project. I'm going to go ahead and use my Walmart planter that I got. I'm so glad that they decided to add a hole. Saves me from drilling. So if you watch my channel, my epithelium hybrid that the nursery sold me, which is like half gone, look at that, I should have said something, but I bought it anyway because I love this so much. All right, let's see here. All right, so here's the condition of the plant. I'm gonna try to get it loosened up a little to see what's going on. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. He's just probably gonna stay like this until I see him do change on me. I don't know when he's gonna start looking a little different. Like, when is the growth gonna happen on this? I mean, it looks like somebody just came with a saw or a propagation scissors and just cut the tops and propagated more, which, guys, I love propagating and I do that all the time, and that's how I'm able to make more babies, to sell, to gift, to make more for myself. But come on, like, to take it like this and everywhere throughout the plant, that is just not the right way to propagate. So that's a big no-no, and I wish I could go back to the nursery and say something, because that is just not right. The plant looks really bad. Even if it looks awful, I still wanted the plant because I've never seen this epithelium before, and I just love weird, interesting plants like this. If you take a look at like Bob Marley or like my Rick Racks, I love them. They're just strange, weird, and fun. So I think I'm gonna leave it in this planter for now. What do you guys think? Looks crazy. And if you look really good on certain parts of the plant, there's little pricklies on there, and I hope they don't get in my skin. But I think this looks like the best it can look right now. I'm glad I was able to finally put it in a new home. So this is going to be today's last baby of the day. I'm so glad it's finally potted up. It did take a while for me to find a new home for it, but with my new planters, I was able to do some work today. So I'm so glad I was able to get this planter in Las Vegas over the weekend, because this guy has just been sitting in front of my house in its original nursery planter for a good minute, and I felt so bad because everybody else was getting planted up and he was just left on the side. So I need a name for this one. So if you guys have a name for this particular baby, because I already have Bob Marley, and I also have Ziggy, which is my original zigzag cactus, let me know down in the comments below. I think it'd be fun to have a name for this one as well. Here's today's plant gang. My patio's on the dark side, so I have them ganged up in the front of my home. So glad that I got my epithelium hybrid into the new planter. Super stunning. Let me know what I should name this particular one. And I also have my heartleaf neon philodendron in a terracotta planter that freed up, as well as my fishtail bird's nest fern. And then also my spotted Begonia maculata. I want to say all these planters had existing babies in them, but they all died from root rot over my time away. So Unfortunately, all of these planters were filled with different babies, but they all died from root rot. So new babies got filled up right away. I was able to get my beautiful epiphylium hybrid into a new planter, which I got in Las Vegas over the weekend. Sound off down below, what should I name this one? It's so fun, and hopefully in time it'll go ahead and fill up and look at least back to normal in its condition. Right now, I don't know. Like, take a look at it. It just doesn't look like it's going to do anything anytime soon. My heartleaf neon philodendron is my new plant. Got that into a terracotta. My fishtail bird's nest fern got into a bigger planter. My spotted Begonia maculata got into a white planter that I've been wanting to have this one in a white planter for a while now. And then my Peperomia here, 2 of them got damaged by the rain, so I just put them into smaller planters. My Hoya, one of them, my Hoya compacta, my all green one, got put into a Daiso Japan planter that freed up. And then my spider plant propagated baby, my biggest one and the one that I kept, got put into a planter. So this original baby was living in here, and now they are in new homes. So this is the completed look for today's plant gang, and I think I did pretty good. Hey guys, so I ganged all of my babies out here in the front of my home because my patio is dark, but I wanted to go ahead and wrap up the video, and I'm really excited to have this new epiphylium in the new planter, and I have it on top of the new plant stand. So I can see a trend. So I have my beautiful epiphylium hybrid on my new Tiffany plant stand, so love that new look. And I see a trend here where I love having these crazy cactus babies on these Tiffany blue plant stands in white planters. I hope you guys enjoyed today's Planting with Jewelyn episode. There is a bunch of new things that got put into new planters and babies that got shifted. But for the most part, I'm happy I was able to do this video today. It's unfortunate that all of the plant babies that were originally living in these planters are no longer with me. I'll probably discuss that on my Plant Talk Q&A the next time I do that around. But I definitely love this epiphylium hybrid. So cool. And I hope in time, who knows, in the next couple of years, it'll grow out and look at least somewhat normal. Because right now, it just looks so sad. But I still love it the most. And other than that, really excited to restyle my heartleaf neon philodendron in my double macrame hanger with another different philodendron, and I can't wait to go ahead and put this back into my double macrame hanger. Unfortunately, my philodendron micans that is on the top one is not doing good. I might just go ahead and put that in a nursery planter and back in my greenhouse to see if I can save it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments below what was your favorite plant baby that I planted up in today's video. And I'll see you guys soon. You can find more on my blog at ILOVEJEWELYN.blogspot.com. If you're new, welcome to my channel. Hit the bell and subscribe button to be notified whenever I do an upload. I do daily videos on this channel. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. I'm looking forward to my new schedule and looking forward to spending more time with Ebby and have more time for myself. So thank you guys so much. If you guys are interested in any of my Planting with Jewelyn merchandise, I still have totes and aprons that my grandma hand sold for my channel before she left to go back home to Hawaii today. And I do have a bunch of plants for sale, so all of that will be on Planting with Jewelyn on Instagram. Reach out to me in a direct message, and I'll see you guys soon. You can find more on my blog at ILOVEJEWELYN.blogspot.com. Until next time, aloha from Santa Monica, California. Bye.